Hey guys, this is Mike. He's like good role model and one of the best role models I have close to me in this point of my life. So Mike, today I'm going to ask you a couple of questions about faith in God.
All right, cool. Awesome.
All right. So the first question is what is God and Jesus in your life like mean to you?
In my life, mean to me, it's a daily walk. It's opening my eyes and seeing what is happening every day and how it truly is an effort of God and what He does and how He does it and how He moves and how He makes things real and how He comes alive. And sometimes it's easy to see, sometimes it's not so easy to see. Sometimes you have to wade through the difficulties and the trials and the different circumstances, but everything is a movement. God is all present, all powerful, and all knowing. There's nothing that happens that surprises Him. There's nothing that happens that is not part of His plan. Nothing is an accident. Everything's real. So I guess the best way to answer it for me is God is just real. It's a real active movement each and every day.
All right. So question number two is, what would you tell somebody that is either, like, you can do this in two parts, either is stuck or just starting out in their walk with Christ?
Stuck is a pretty common thing. I think stuck is one of those deals where you could feel that way every day. You know, it's your mindset has to be to not want to be stuck. You know, you can think that you can be stuck in anything. You know, you can go walk to the door out there and try to open it, and if it doesn't turn right, you could be stuck. You know, you can make yourself stuck if you want to be, but if you put the effort into it, you don't have to be stuck. Life is not about being stuck; it's about moving. You know, like I said earlier, God is real and active and moving in everything that we do. So being stuck, I believe, in my opinion, is a personal choice. You don't have to be stuck. You can move through everything. You know, and for those that are starting out, yeah, I have to think back to when I was a young believer and starting out and trying to understand. And I think at times the truth and reality is it doesn't seem real. There's some things that don't seem plausible, don't seem real. And you go back to the disciples and their walk with Jesus and how that looked. You know, He showed them the same miracles over and over and over again many times, and they didn't get it. They didn't understand. They didn't seem real, even though they saw Him many times. You know, turning 5 loaves and 2 fishes into a feast for 5,000, and doing it again. He did it twice, and they still didn't quite understand or believe or know that He had the power to do that. So just understanding and grasping that this movement is real, and trying to grab hold of that every single day and seeing that and understanding where you get that from in life in general. You know, that's, you know, going back to the stuck thing, you can get stuck right off the bat, really, right? If you don't understand, and you don't realize, you don't know, you don't believe, getting stuck's pretty easy right off the bat. But believing and understanding that everything, the whole deal is real, is good active movement through that whole process.
All right.
That answer right?
Yes.
Makes sense?
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like I'm rambling a little bit.
That makes plenty of sense. So the final and last question is, how has God impacted your life? Like, you can tell like a couple different stories or just one.
There's just, I'll be honest with you right now, the cool thing that I'm experiencing is I can tell you a story almost every single day of how God is impacting my life. You know, today, for example, I'm in a meeting at work. I get a phone call and a text from my wife that there's smoke billowing out from under the hood of her car. You know, and I know plenty of people that would have immediately flew off the handle and lost their cool in that situation. And I'm thankful that I've been given the ability to not be able to do that. I don't have to do that. That I can calmly try to approach the process and make it a peaceful experience for not just myself but for my wife. And I think that's the reality of all situations. How you approach life and how you make the circumstances that you're given. Do you have a peaceful approach to them, or do you have an angry approach to them, or do you have a tormented approach to them? There's a lot of different ways to kind of experience life. You know, just recently my brother took his life, and could have been a really, really hard, traumatic, devastating, negative experience that by only God's grace was not at all. There was no part of any of the experience that we went through following the initial act that was negative. It was peaceful. There was a lot of things made known. There was a lot of things that became clear, and not all of it's clear, and it's still working through it all. But the response to the action wasn't tormented. There was a ton of peace, and I believe that has to do with an approach and a realization and trying to living in the life that God gives us and how we want to approach it and how He wants us to approach it. And there's many times in life when I was younger that crazy things made me go crazy. And I'm thankful as I've grown and learned how to walk and understand it, those crazy things don't make me go as crazy anymore. I kind of realize how those crazy things are kind of used to teach me things that I need to know and understand so I can use those circumstances later to help other people.
All right. Thanks, Mike, for doing this video with me.
That's it, Trent? You got no more? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Hold on. Yeah. All right, Trent. Thanks,
Later.
buddy. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.